Hey, South Carolina's math industry, and we are going to take a look at the nominal GDP. So, if you remember in the last video, we took a look at GDP, and also we learned why we use GDP. There are two things that we learned about that increase or decrease GDP. They are if the production of goods increases in a nation, or if the prices or the value of those items that we produce increase. The thing about GDP is calculated on the things that are produced within the nation, not outside the nation. Like, if I calculate the GDP for America, we would only calculate and count the stuff that's produced in America or made in America. But nominal GDP is going to be a little bit more accurate. Nominal GDP is going to talk about the production of goods and the prices combined. So the two factors we're going to focus on, the nominal GDP, because that is going to say the overall GDP in total with these two values. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at a chart that has 3 years in it, but also we're going to calculate the GDP with the price of flex wheels, the quantity of flex wheels, the price of watermelons, and the quantity of watermelons. And yes, guess what came in a few months ago? And yeah, I could be flexing on that. But let's get started. To understand the nominal GDP, or to understand the GDP as a calculated whole, there is a formula that we're going to take a look at. The formula is, we're going to put in parentheses the price of a good, multiply that by the quantity of that good. And that is going to be for product number A, or product number 1. Then we have to add that by having product number B. And that is price times quantity. Again, but that is for the second product we calculate. And if you add more, we'll have to add more dots and add more until we understand how many products we are calculating. Because it's not always 2. It could be 3 or more, or however you want it to be. So, to understand the formula a little bit better, here is what we're going to do. If we took a look at year 1, so we're going to put year number 1, or Y1. And now we are going to do the math. So we're going to have 10 multiply that by 120 in parentheses. So this is what it looks like right here. Then we're going to add that by, to the price of watermelons, 12 times 200 in parentheses. So when you do the math and you do the calculations, you're going to get an answer of, remember, before getting the answer, we have to use order of operations first, because there are parentheses. Then we have to multiply, then add, PEMDAS, remember? So here and here together, we are going to get an answer for year number 1 as a GDP, a nominal GDP, of 360. That is the GDP, including the prices and the quantity. This is how much the nation has produced. And that is included with the production and the value of the goods. Now let's take a look at year 2. So year 2 is going to be a little bit different. We go across. We are going to do 12 times 200 in parentheses, and we have to add that by 15 times 300. When we do the calculations and do order of operations, we're going to get an answer for year number 2 as a GDP of 6,900. And for year 3, which is going to be the most consider inflation, or things are inflating, for year 3, here is how we're going to make it happen. 14 times 180 in parentheses. And we have to add that by 18 times 275. When we do order of operations and do the calculations, we are going to get an answer for the GDP of 7,470. So the answers that we've got in the past in this video, we got from year 1, this is year 1, this is year 2, and this is year 3. So we understand that if the GDP is going up every year, that means the economy of that nation is improving. And guess what else? We've also been improving our knowledge to learn about GDP. And yes, we did it. We now have understood what nominal GDP means. It means to calculate the value, price, and the production of the goods that the nation is producing. I hope this video has helped you understand what nominal GDP is. Thank you for watching Taoping Airlines Math Industry. Like and subscribe.